Good afternoon, lovelies of YouTube land. How are you all doing? Welcome back to Raving with Rua here, my little live stream series on my YouTube channel, Songs from the Rua Room, which is dedicated to singer-songwriters from Belgium and beyond. As you all know at this stage, it's great to see you. I hope you're all doing fine. It is Saturday, the 9th of May, 2020. Hard to know what date it is with everything going on these days. But anyway, you're all very welcome. If you're watching live, please let us know where you're watching from and how you're doing, where you're from and all that. Please consider hitting that subscribe button down there from me, folks. It's over there. And subscribe to the channel. It helps me get the songs out there, helps me to build what I'm doing here on the channel. And if you feel so inclined, of course, you can hit that virtual tip jar of mine as well, which is in the description below. All donations greatly received, of course. That is the virtual tip jar down there. Indeed it is. And what else do we need to tell you? Of course, I need to tell you that today's stream is brought to us, as always, by the great people of G-Sharp Guitars, the world's finest travel electric guitars. Check them out there. Great Norwegian invented guitar. And so yeah, how's everybody? Let's have a look and see if we got anybody live already. We do. Chris, guten Tag. My German friend Chris is always there. Great to see you, sir, and welcome. Dennis Gallagher over in the UK, I believe. How are you, Dennis? Lovely to see you. And again, great that you could join us all. So if you have any comments, questions for me or the guest, feel free to leave them up there wherever you're watching from, be it Facebook or YouTube. If you'd like to follow this page and all of the associated social media pages, have a look at theruaroom.com. There, all links can be found there. You can also visit the shop there should you wish to support the channel. So yeah, we're going to go across to Deutschland, Osnabrück to be precise, and talk to today's guest. She's a fantastic guitarist, singer-songwriter, and we've been trying for a long time to meet in person, but this is as close as we're going to get for now. And please welcome to the show the lovely Sophie Chassée.
Yes.
I nearly got it. Chassée.
Hey there.
Hi, because I know you from your real name, and
Yeah.
your stage name is new to me, Sophie Chassée. Lovely to meet you, and great to see you here on the show. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for inviting me to your show. It's
You're
very
very
cool.
It's a pleasure to have you. As I said, we've been kind of passing each other by on the road
Yeah.
for a long time, and you're based in Osnabrück now.
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
actually from Mönchengladbach. It's near the Belgian border,
Yes.
right? So
That's yeah. So
probably
I'd seen some shows up around there, and you know, on my journeys through Germany and up into Norway myself, and that, you know,
yeah.
always passed through those places. And then I thought, okay, maybe I'll go and we do a recording, a Rua Room Rambles maybe once, and it didn't work out. But this is a good place to start. This is
Yes.
this is a good place to start. It is.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. Great that you're here. Where did it all begin for you? What was the musical the push that put you into the business to begin with?
The push into the business. I think it was John Mayer, to be honest. He was a huge inspiration for me to keep on practicing. I actually started with the electric guitar, and I studied all of his songs, I guess, all of his solos, and watched every video that was on YouTube. And yeah, I was very hardworking guitar player back then, more than
more than now. What kind of age were you? How old were you when you really kind of got into guitar playing?
I was 11. Yeah.
11, were you? Wow. And because you have a very unique style now. I know you said you started on electric and you moved to acoustic. You play both very well now, of course. But I was wondering what was it, John Mayer or other people that got you into that kind of tapping style? Did that come later?
Yeah, somehow I watched his video of the live DVD from the Where the Light Is recording in Los Angeles, where he plays the song In Your Atmosphere. It's like a more finger picking, finger style song, and I checked out some songs with this kind of style, and then somehow someone showed me a video of Andy McKee. He's a modern fingerstyle guitarist.
Yes.
And then I was so impressed that I thought, okay, I want to do this and try out some things on guitar. And yeah, it was a mix of John Mayer and so as a songwriter and e-guitarist, and then Andy McKee with his unique style somehow.
Yeah. Well, you can really see those influences in your playing, and of course the songwriting. Did the songwriting come a bit later? Then would you say you're a guitarist first, songwriter second, or does it go very much hand in hand for you?
No, I would say they're two separate things. So for me, I think I'm rather a guitarist or a bassist than a songwriter somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That always been your thing, because you're multi. Yeah, of course. I forget sometimes that you play brilliant bass as well. And did I see you playing some piano? So are you trained in music? I mean, do you have any official training behind you? Or was it all self-taught, or?
It was self-taught, yes. But I've been studying for 3 years now. I study music education here in Osnabrück. But my main instrument in my study is electric bass. So it's something completely different.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Okay. So
Completely different.
completely different. Yeah. So that's the instrument you have to sort of study in that course.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Well, I wanna start off with a piece of music. Let's go back to 2014. You're probably about 12 in this video. That's not true, but yeah.
I think I was 16 or
Were you?
17.
Yeah. I have it here lined up. And you have it hashtagged with Loudon guitar. What is it? Loudon guitarist? Loudon young guitarist. I'm sorry. Yeah. And so you were telling me before that was to do with a competition that the Great Irish Company. Shout out to Loudon Guitars.
Yeah.
They ran a competition. Is that correct, or?
Yeah, that's correct. But sadly, I didn't win. I didn't win.
Didn't win it.
The competition.
But this video was submitted back then for this. Yeah. Well, I think it's great. Let's start off with this song. Certainly one video from your past and from your history, and it's great. It's just.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yeah, you don't have to look. You can close your eyes if you want.
I was so thin. I've become so fat. What went wrong?
No, I don't think so. But look, I'm going to play it for our great listeners, and then we'll come back and talk some more. It's called Haunting Shadow. Do you want to say anything a little bit about the song before we play it? Was it an early song from your career? Was it one of the first songs you wrote, or was it?
It was the very first song with a special technique I always wanted to use, and you will see
which is this style of playing now.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, let's give it a play. Here we go, folks. Sophie Chassée, Haunting Shadow. The early days.
There I stand, looking in the mirror. What do I see in me? I seem to be afraid of something Sometimes you can hear its whisper, hiding behind your doors. But I know, turning around, all I see is darkness. Can someone teach on the light? These voices are crazy. Every lock is haunted by a shadow, destiny, destiny. And it doesn't turn away. Being abased, feeling replaced. It's what keeps the shadow running. Oh yeah. Be careful by everything you do. My mind tells me you're too young, you're too young. I'm too young. Feeling where I hear it Can someone teach on the light around me? These voices are crazy. Every lock is haunted by a shadow, destiny, destiny. And it doesn't turn away.
Absolutely stunning. Wow. Really. How old did you say you were there?
I think I was 16.
Were you 16 there? Wow. Yeah, well, that's really impressive, and I just that caught my attention right away. Not only because I saw the little Loudon tag, I'm a big fan of Loudon guitars as well, but yeah, I was curious. I said, I mean, I'd seen that probably around the time you released it too.
Yeah,
It's absolutely brilliant.
thank you.
A young khaki, amazing style of playing. Yeah, absolutely. Just a few great comments coming in here. Let's say hello to Michiel there over in Ghent.
Oh, a young khaki king. That's very sweet comment. Thank you.
That's the comment from Chris. Yeah, a young khaki king. So Chris knows his guitar playing too. He's a wonderful guitarist over there in Germany too. Fran Rodriguez, go Sophie.
Yeah, Fred guitar.
That's Fran. That's Fran.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about you in a minute, sir. So
Alright.
stick with us. Yes, we are. We have Ellen from Oslo, Norway. Thank you for joining us, Ellen. Great to see you. Lots of great comments coming in, and indeed from and again, what a beautiful, lovely voice you have. Yeah. So thank you all
Thank
very much
you.
for those comments, and everybody who has joined us here live on the chat. It's always great to see you. So yeah, so that was the guitar style that you kind of stuck with when it came to sort of acoustic playing. Is that right?
Yeah. Somehow that was the first time, the first song I used this kind of technique with laying the guitar down on my
Yeah.
knees. Like I've seen this before from Ben Howard. Maybe you know Ben Howard.
Yeah.
He's from the UK, and he does this kind of fingerstyle tapping thing, laying down the guitar on the knees as well. I was also so impressed and inspired that I wanted to write a song with this technique as well. And yeah, that was the first time I did that.
It was amazing. You have it down to a fine art now, I think. What do you, is that one particular tuning you use for that style all the time? Yeah, is it working D or?
No, it's I have so many tunings. Oh my God, I think I have 25 tunings or
Have
something
you?
like that. Uh, I I always come up with the tuning just randomly. I don't look up tunings in the internet. It's just I tune the guitar and I listen to it, and if it sounds good, it sounds good. And
Do you
then
know? Yeah.
I do
Do,
some songs with that.
you know who else used to do that? Joni Mitchell used to do that.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
I
still
didn't know
does.
that.
Yeah, she does. Just kind of a random.
Cool.
Yeah, she's one of the great open tuning players, of course. No, I was just
Yeah.
wondering what so when you're on stage, then you've got like 25 guitars and roadies. Yeah.
That would be perfect, or not. I don't know. No, I have three guitars with me when I play
You
live.
play three.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
I have 14 tunings in when I play a concert, and so I have to change a switch between the guitars because every guitar has its own tuning. So if I play some songs in the tuning of E whatever, that guitar is for E whatever tunings.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other is for C open whatever, and the other is for, I don't know, almost baritone tunings.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
And tell me this: you are you with a record label or management team, or are you doing it completely independent over there?
I do it completely independent. I just have some labels. I released my albums
Yes.
with them. So, but I'm not signed like a signed artist
Right. And never
with a
have
label
been.
or something. No.
No, it's always independent. Okay, wow, so that's really impressive. How long would you say you're technically in the game in the business itself? I know you've been playing a long time, but when did you actually kind of get in? Do you remember when you got into the doing your first gigs?
It was 2012, I think.
Was it in 2012? Okay,
So about
so
8 years.
quite a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you think? Would you say what do you think the hardest part of the business is for a young songwriter? And is it to get noticed? Is it what would you think it would be if maybe have you been asked that question before? Are there certain elements that you love and certain elements that you hate about the business?
Um, mm, I I think that's I don't know if I speak for everyone if I say that, but sometimes it's hard for me. It's always been to convince someone of my music because sometimes you see that people have their how do you say that, their bad images of a young woman playing
Yes,
guitar,
uh-huh. The
and
preconceived notions, I suppose, yes,
yeah, yeah,
of a
that's
young girl with a guitar and who does she
yeah,
think she is kind of attitude.
yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
And that was in the beginning. It was very hard to break through this and to convince people that I really take it seriously and I really want to be a musician and I'm not just sitting there with my guitar and playing some songs for just for fun. Well, I do it for
Yeah,
fun, but I want
of
to
course,
be
but
taken
it's still a
seriously.
yeah, it's still your business. It's still your profession. You'd
Yeah,
like it to be a full-time profession, of course, at the end of the
yeah,
day. And
yeah,
yeah, well, that's it. Well, that's very commendable, and you have to stay at it. You have to really want it. Of course, it's a game that you really have to push all the time. Um, and
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how good a musician you are. You have to chase it all the time. It's constant, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
constant work.
Yeah, and
Well,
I think that's not what people. If there's something bad about the music business, I think is that people sometimes don't really appreciate the music and the hard work of musicians. But
that's right. What goes into the
I think
background?
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. I do know what you mean, and a lot of our viewers will know what you're talking about, because there's years and years and years of background work, of writing, of guitar playing, of rehearsing. All of that is what people, as you said, overlook sometimes and don't always appreciate. They're there for an hour and a half or 2 hours for the show,
yeah,
and then they go
yeah,
home, but they don't realize what has gone on in the background,
yeah,
the financial struggles, the repetition and the all of that stuff,
yeah,
which you and you spend a lot of time doing that. I know you rehearse a lot and you practice and you practice, and you want to be as good as you can be.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you do. That's
We all
very,
do, right?
we all do, but that's very evident, especially with what you do. I mean, tell me a little bit about this next song. Should have known. You should have known better. No, that's the name of the
Oh
song.
dear,
Sorry. Yeah, should have known better. We should have known
yeah.
better.
It's a very dramatic love song, to be honest. To say it clear. Yeah, I was very heartbroken, and I wrote many songs about that person, but that person actually doesn't deserve that anymore. I think now, but yeah, it was a very creative time though, because I was very inspired and had to write about my feelings, and
Okay.
so I came up with this melody on the guitar, and yeah, I did that on the guitar, the melody and stuff, and the
Brilliant.
lyrics went very fast on the paper, and
And do you find when you do write songs that you tend to kind of oodle on guitar first and then work on lyrics, or does it happen the other way around, or is it always a mix?
actually it's mostly that I have the idea on the guitar first, and then I
And then,
write the lyrics.
okay, that's a typical kind of guitarist thing, anyway. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a brilliant guitarist you are. So let's have a listen to this great song, folks. And it's a strong love song, as Sophie said, and it's called "Should Have Known Better." It's great.
I know your song, Should Have Known Better. Look into my eye, tell me another lie, why I just want to make you smile. Take it as a compliment that I write another song about how you did me wrong. I'm not a girl to play games with, so how would you tell me you wanted this? I believed you were a good team, didn't think that you could be so mean. Do I really need to feel guilty? Do I really need to say sorry? Now you wanna make me feel bad, and baby I get so mad. In my heart to leave your chase, you'll never go back to our place. I need to start my way without you today. Now's the time to give you up. I did my best and fought so much. You will never see what you really mean to me. I made so many steps forward, but all you did was building a wall. So I won't shed a tear for you one more time, but it still hurts, I can't deny. Do you even care? Do I ever cross your mind? Maybe you just need more time. They say time will bring you back to me, but tell me how will that be? What's your race us back off hope again? Play a game as you did it back then. Are these wounds going to heal? In my heart you leave your trace. You will never go back to our place. I need to start my way without you today. Now's the time to give you up. I did my best and fought so much. You never see what you really mean to me. I made so many steps forward, but all you did was building a wall. So I won't shed a tear for you one more time, but it still hurts, I can't deny. Flame them hearts and remind the lovers parts. Have you ever been in love? How should I have known what you thought of? But the worst, I've gotta admit, there's no one else like you. I thought you wanted me to. Oh, I should've known better. 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 Should've known. Should've known. Should've known better. How should I forget your face when all you do is leave in a trace? I need you here, I need you here, I need you here right now. Maybe I should have known. Maybe I should have known better. Maybe I should have known better. I'm sorry that I smothered you with my love. I just wanted to show you the stars above. I know I have lost the fight, but still I want you by my side tonight. Dankeschön.
As we Germans say, wunderbar.
Dankeschön.
Absolutely wunderbar. Yeah, yeah. Love hurts sometimes, and yeah, that song nailed it, nail on the head, as we say. Yeah, lovely work, lovely song. And my friend is from Ireland is there. Ray says great song, deserves a radio station play. As for those guitar skills, just wow. Absolutely, Ray. Absolutely,
you.
Ray. Thanks for
Thank you
tuning
very
in
much.
all the way from Ireland. Great to see you all tuning in from all over the place. But I meant to ask you earlier on to get the bad news out of the way. I suppose you lost lots of gigs with this pandemic that's going on.
Yeah.
And you had support tours and you had stuff happening.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about
I sorry.
That's okay. Are we back? Yeah, it's all right. I was just saying, tell us a little bit about the gigs that you were going to do, or you had a support tour as well lined up.
Yeah, I play in different bands and projects. So I have my solo project as Sophie Chassée. Of course, I had many solo gigs, also as a kind of kind of promo thing for my next album, which I'll be recording. I'll start recording this Tuesday, so new album coming its way. Also, Should Have Known Better will be part of the new album.
Of the new album.
Yeah, so many solo gigs as a promotion thing for the new album. A headliner tour with a very popular new artist here in Germany. She's called Ali Neumann, and I'm the bassist in her live band. So we had set a very big headliner tour with big venues. Yeah, and we had many gigs set up for my other band, Kara Noon, where I play the electric guitar, and we do some new soul R&B stuff. Yeah, and we actually also wanted to produce our first EP, which we will do, but now we don't have the money for that because our gigs are canceled, so it's no money incoming, and
so lots of lost stuff. Okay, yeah, that's an unfortunate part of it. But are you also doing some live streams with some different artists? Or, I mean, are you doing anything online like live streams as part of this, as part of what's going on right now?
Yeah, I get many requests for live streams, so I set it up like every 2 weeks I do a live stream. So tomorrow I'm gonna do a live stream. If you want to watch it, I'm gonna be live at 8 p.m.
Great, that'll be on your Facebook page, will it?
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock tomorrow, great.
Then after that, I have other dates coming up for my solo performances.
Yeah.
So I do some live streams, interviews, and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, stuff like this.
stuff like this, yeah.
Just to keep it all going, I know. But I want to talk to you briefly as well. You as an independent artist, it's wonderful that you've got such great, you've got some lovely endorsement deals happening. And I suppose all the information, by the way, can be found on your website, of course, sophiemusic.de. Anybody who wants links to everything will be on that, right? But acoustic wise, I found this. Look, boom, Ibanez.com.
Yeah.
Tell me, there you are on their website. You endorse Ibanez guitars, the acoustic Ibanez. Do you what model number guitar is that?
This is my baritone model they built for me. So they built a custom Sophie signature baritone fingerstyle model just for me, so you can't buy it like this.
I was just going to say I want to buy one of those. I'll talk to you later about that. Okay, maybe you have the connections. Okay, that's good to know. But that's your beautiful baritone Ibanez. Okay.
That's my baritone, but actually, so mostly I play my the other one. I don't know if you have a picture of it, but I
don't have a picture of the other one. No, there is a link in the description below, which will lead directly to your artist page.
We will see it later in the other videos as well.
Oh yes,
it's also a model of the new fingerstyle series. So they put up a new series especially for the modern fingerstyle stuff, and
I see.
These models are especially built for this kind of guitar playing.
Yeah. They seem to be a good company to endorse younger artists. And there's a few people in Belgium that I know as well that have connections to Ibanez. But I guess you find them to be a good company, and you enjoy working with them, and they seem to look after you well.
Yeah, totally. They really support me, and I'm really thankful because they really give me some opportunities I probably would not have without them.
Great. You mean like, apart from guitars, I mean, do you do other work for them, like showcases or any kind of concerts?
Yeah, actually, we wanted to do a workshop, and I wanted to join the next NAMM show in the USA, but now we don't know if it's gonna happen.
If it's going, yes, of course, you never
know.
know. Yeah, but okay, well, shout out to Ibanez, Ibanez.com, and you can check out all of Sophie's guitars there on their website, on the artist page. And another really great company, and I think Fran is here watching. Tell me a little bit about FranFret,
Yes.
FranFret.net. That's an electric guitar company, is it?
Yeah. It's Fran is a guitar builder from Spain, and he builds very, very beautiful instruments. And I have the honor to got one of his models. So my guitar is called the Queen of Hearts. That's how the model is called. You can.
Wonderful. We're going to have a look at it. Yeah, we're going to have a look at that in a moment.
Yeah, and yeah, it's beautiful. I really love working together with Fran. It's so easy to work with him and to cooperate, and the guitar is so beautiful. I really love playing with it.
Yeah.
So
They
easy to
look
play.
amazing. They
Yeah.
really look amazing. I have a little video here of it. I won't play all of it, but let me play a little bit of this, because you're doing a promotion video here
Yeah.
for the guitar. So let's give it a little play while you're on the line there. And I'll skip through it a little bit, but this is you just discussing your new Queen of Hearts guitar, and check this out, folks. These are lovely looking instruments and sounding instruments. Yeah, what a gorgeous sound.
Now let me show you something very special about this guitar. The back design is one of its kind because every Queen of Hearts model has its own quote. This quote is one of Alice in Wonderland. You might know it from the novel or the film. And I think it's a very sweet idea because every Queen of Hearts model is unique, so you don't get one model twice. Now let's have a
Yeah, that's really lovely. What
Yeah.
a beautiful back.
Yeah,
And
it's a
and
beautiful
fair,
instrument.
wonderful. FranFret.net, folks, if you want to check those guitars out.
Yeah.
The web is up there, and I know Fran is watching now. So Fran, I want the King of Hearts guitar, please, for the studio.
Now we're
Send you my
talking.
design. I'll send you my design in the post. I know, Sophie. So yeah. So there you go, Fran. If you're watching,
All right.
yeah, beautiful. And you play those on stage a lot, Sophie.
Yeah, I played mostly with Kara Noon, with my other band, with my new soul band. So yeah, it's a good all-round guitar because I can play those sweet sounds for R&B new soul stuff, like jazzy, smooth tone, but also the overdrive, crunchy, rock and roll, bad, dirty sounds.
Nice, love it. Yeah, well, I'm sure a lot of people will check out FranFret.net after seeing
Yeah, I
that
hope
guitar and
so.
hearing it. I hope they will. Yeah, please do. And you said, oh yes, there he is. Fran's watching. Yes, hey, with hearts, watching with hearts in his eyes. Yeah, thanks, Fran. You make lovely guitars. So yeah, we might have to discuss something for the Rule Room later on. Who knows? I'm getting the plug in early. Yeah. Do you ever write songs with other people? Have you ever tried that, or is it always sort of just kind of you alone, or how do you feel about co-writing?
Sometimes we do that with my band Karanoon. We drive. No, we don't drive. We ride.
Right in the car as we're driving.
Yeah, with 5 people. Or no, we ride with more people together. But I find myself more a loner songwriter somehow,
Yeah.
because I have my own rules. I can say no, yes, and don't have to compromise. It's a lot easier, but sometimes it's also sometimes I also go mad, because then you don't have someone else saying, Sophie, calm down, it's good, and we do that. It's fine, don't struggle with that idea, it's okay. So
Yeah.
it has advantages and disadvantages. So
Sure.
I don't
And
know.
I know, obviously, well, some songwriters, like, when English is not your native tongue as well, sometimes, it's also a good thing to at least get lyrics and grammar and stuff checked out by other people. Do you have someone who does that for you? Do you ever get someone to look over your writing, or do you just take a chance on it yourself?
Actually, I just take my chance on it by myself,
Yeah.
because, but so my father comes from Canada, actually, and the first few years I grew up also talking in English and singing songs in English. That's why I also write in English language.
Yeah.
And so before I release my albums, I always let my cousins and my uncle check if the lyrics are correctly
Are good. Yeah.
saved.
It can be a good thing. Yeah, it can be okay to check these things, especially when you're going to release them.
Yeah,
As I
yeah,
find a lot of, sometimes it can, for me, I'm Irish. I can't really say I'm a native English speaker, but you know what I mean. What still kind of spoils songs for me sometimes, and not just from young songwriters, but from established songwriters, is that they write something and it's a great song, but there's some kind of, something grammatically incorrect
yeah, yeah,
within the song, and that can, for me, that can kind of destroy a really good song.
yeah,
And it
yeah.
makes
I
me think, why
totally
didn't
agree.
they get it? Why didn't they get it checked or looked at from someone?
Yeah,
So yeah, that's the only reason I mentioned it. There may be young songwriters watching that, and it's just a little top tip from Dahi
yeah,
and Sophie. Top tip: get your lyrics checked.
yeah,
Absolutely, yeah. Just some people like co-writing. Some people are, as you said, you find it sometimes it becomes a little bit diluted if there's more than one person involved.
yeah,
It's a very personal thing anyway. Anything I've co-written, you need to write with the correct person.
yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
you need to be on the same wavelength, but you also need someone who's able to not be afraid to say, I don't like it, or let's
Yeah,
do something else. I think they're the best co-writers, in my opinion. But
yeah,
yeah, it's definitely a very personal thing.
absolutely.
A very personal thing. Let's have another song. There's a great song here called November that I've lined
Yes.
up. Tell me a little about November.
Yeah, it's my latest YouTube video, so it's
Yeah.
very new. November is about my favorite month of the year. You might think now I'm crazy, but yeah, it's my favorite month or time of the year, because I really love the atmosphere in during autumn and also in winter, and that
Like the transition.
the transition between these two seasons in the year,
I do too. Yeah.
that's what makes me feel very comfy, and somehow I get very, very creative in November, October, about that time. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna write a song about the atmosphere of November.
Of November, and this is it. So let's give it a listen, folks. It's another great song, brand new on Sophie's YouTube channel, and yeah, November. Take it away, Sophie.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. November, give me experiences I'll never forget. Oh, they came so unexpected. Oh, November, everyone loneliness isn't nasty, but maybe I like what you're doing to me. Raindrops turn into snowflakes, and trees reveal their real shapes. I watch falling leaves like burning flames, memories kept in golden frames. Oh, November. November, oh, you got my lucky number, but you never be as silent as it's in December. Oh, in April, people fall in love so easily, but November, I'm so in love with your melancholy. Raindrops turn into snowflakes, and trees reveal their real shapes. I watch falling leaves like burning flames, memories kept in golden frames. Oh, November. Oh, November. Souls are covered, they are hiding inside, but I love your dark night. Your breakups, they all gave me new starts, and your mellow winds warm their cold hearts. Oh, November.
Wow, folks, November from Sophie Chassée. That's amazing. That and again, amazing guitar work, but amazing sounding Ibanez guitar.
Yes, yes, that's
Really,
true.
really lovely, really lovely.
Thank you.
It is. Is it? It is. I'm sorry, other video playing there in the background. So
All
tell
right.
me, can you tell me a little bit about that particular guitar?
Can I? I don't know.
Anyway, it's not. I thought it was the baritone. That's what I was at. But you said it's not the baritone guitar. It's
No,
just no. It's
that's the non-baritone, the
kind of grand
normal.
auditorium size. Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy it as well. So that's a model you can buy as usual.
Okay,
there.
so it's an available
Series.
model from Ibanez. Ah, yeah, wonderful. Chris was saying November would be as nice as this song. I'd probably like that month. So yeah, absolutely. It makes November sound so lovely, Chris. Yeah, absolutely. And again, also says beautiful. And yeah, Martin.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you, guys.
That's my father there as well. He loves it. Hey, Dad.
Yay. Hi there.
How's it going? Daddy Dunnigan is a great stalwart of the channel. Thanks for dropping in. Great to see you. Yeah, he's always checking me out to make sure I'm behaving myself. But tell me, so future plans after all this goes away and we're free to do. You have a new album coming out. How many
Yes.
albums do you have already, Sophie?
I have 3 albums. Yeah,
3 albums out and one more on the way from under your own name. And people can get your music, I suppose, on the usual streaming services and
Spotify, Deezer,
Spotify mainly,
iTunes.
yeah. Okay.
Amazon. Yeah.
And they'll get links to that from sophiemusic.de, I
Yeah.
suppose. And your next live stream, remind us when your next live stream is happening.
It's tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. I'm gonna play
That's grand.
30
So
minutes.
Sunday 10, folks, if you're watching this in the playback, that's tomorrow, Sunday 10th of May, 8 p.m. Central European time. So that's, work that out.
Yeah.
And that'll be here on your Facebook page, I guess. That'll be.
I will share it. It's I will share it on my Facebook page, but the stream will be on another server platform.
Yeah, but it'll go out through
yeah.
Facebook. They can find
Yeah.
it there. Okay,
Yeah.
that's brilliant. That's cool. Well, look, we have time for one more song, and I was thinking to play Why Don't You? Would you be happy enough with that one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and you have tours. Yeah, well, hopefully you'll have tours and gigs planned. Do you play a lot around, obviously Germany, but have you been and played a lot around Belgium, Holland, or maybe Ireland, England? in the past?
Unfortunately, not. I
Okay.
always wanted to. I always wanted to play in Ireland as well because I think my music would be more appreciated there. I don't know why I think that, but
Well, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not more appreciated, but I find it the other way around. When I play, but it will be appreciated. Absolutely,
Yeah,
put it that way.
yeah.
I just think there's a huge respect for what we do in Germany and Belgium and Holland, anyway.
Yeah,
But of course,
I
you
think
you'd
it's
be
more like there's no more place for that kind of music in other countries than in Germany, because here in Germany we have that pop star thing and mainstream
And do you find that it's not, there's not as much songwriter stuff going on as you would like in Germany, or you're talking about just around Osnabrück or where you are now, or?
Yeah, we have many songwriters here and many people playing their solo gigs and stuff, and that's totally fine and cool. But I think people don't really how do I say that? It's not a good place here for this kind of music to be.
Yeah, so it's kind of not a strong scene, I think.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
It's a very small scene and not taken seriously that much. So
Okay.
I think it's in other countries it might be a bit different.
Yes, or maybe you just need to go to bigger cities, maybe like Cologne, or I don't know. Hamburg is maybe Chris knows, but Chris Link, a friend, has been on the road around Germany himself. So yeah, I've only kind of hit Germany in spots myself, so I'm no expert on it either, but I'm just kind of curious to know what you feel about the scene there. But
I think it's just an attitude thing in the music scene, because I always wanted to know what the attitude about music and writing music and composing and stuff, what is it like in other countries? Because everyone says, well, in the UK it's completely different, in the US and LA people work completely different, their attitude is more easy and more creative and open-minded, that we have it here in Germany. I just always wanted to experience that.
Yeah. Well, maybe you need to. Maybe you just, when you get a chance, when the dust settles, maybe you just need to try to get out to LA or Nashville or some of these places of Ireland, and maybe kind of move in those circles and see how you feel, if you're drawn to it or not.
Yeah.
A friend of mine an American friend of mine who's based in Denmark, called Brett Perkins. You can check him out later. We chatted here. We did one of these live streams. Brett Perkins runs a lot of co-writing and songwriting retreats around the world, from Ireland to California.
Okay.
With co-writing in mind, but they're wonderful because you get to move in all these circles, whether it's in Denmark, Ireland, Los Angeles. He has a few of them around the world, so maybe that's something that you could look into, maybe, and sign up for one. And do the one in Ireland, or and see how you feel about the whole scene, and So there
That's a good tip. Yeah, thank you.
yeah, so maybe that would be something worth looking into. You know, I know
Yeah.
Brett is a songwriting coach as well. He's a wonderful guy. But you can, yeah. So any other songwriters, by the way, who are watching this and are interested in co-writing and co-writing workshops, he works in Inisheer in Galway, California, yeah, Denmark, all over the world really. So check out Brett Perkins, and you'll find his live stream here as well if you want. He's interesting thing, and I did one myself and I loved it very much. But I'm going to have one more song. We'll come back and talk after this
Yes.
for a moment. So this is called Why Don't You? Tell us a little bit about Why Don't You?
Why Don't You is a society critical song. It's about short said about. I think that it's all about work, making money, and we live in a society where money has such a huge, such a big value.
Yeah, and power and hold on us.
Power,
Yeah.
and people lie to each other. People don't really fulfill make their dreams come true. Because they think it's more safe to do a job which gets money and
Yeah,
yes.
indeed. I know what you mean. That it's such a driving factor in our lives.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's nice to. It would be nice if it wasn't, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
I think people would be happier if they really followed their dreams and their.
Yeah, and me too. Instead of having to chase the money instead.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well, it's a great message and a great. It is a great song. Let's have a listen to it, folks. This is Sophie Chassée. It's called Why Don't You? Check it out.
Wake up early every morning, tired of work, but I gotta go to work. Though my thoughts rule me, they're sitting around at school and university. Can we try? Does this life satisfy? And why don't you teach them how to love themselves, how to go on in the dark, how to learn from mistakes, what to do when a heart breaks? And why don't you show them how to hold a friend, how a heart should be made, how to get up and thrive, yeah. All they see is money, all they know is nothing. Their life seems to be sunny, but no one is allowed to be. Please say, is it possible to stop it free? Please reveal. And why don't you teach them how to love themselves, how to go on in the dark, how to learn from mistakes, what to do when a heart breaks? And why don't you show them how to hold a friend, how a heart should be made, how to get up and thrive, yeah. Spend most of our time with playing wanted roles to survive. But we all know there are more precious things which make us stay alive. And why don't you teach them how to love themselves, how to go on in the dark, how to learn from mistakes, what to do when a heart breaks? And why don't you show them how to hold a friend, how hard to be man, how to get up and thrive, yeah, how to get up and thrive, yeah.
Great song, Sophie. Great song, and a great video as well.
Thank you.
Really gorgeous. Was that made recently?
No, it's I think we made that in January 2019 or something.
All right, so not too long ago.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, and really well made. Do you want to say anything about the producers, or do you remember who made it?
Yeah, I did that with a with an independent camera guy from my hometown.
Okay.
And he's very, very talented, and we
He is, yeah.
we just were a bit creative, and I just told him, okay, I want that and I want this to be in this video, and
Yeah.
it was very important for me to smash the mirror in the end of the video. And
still really
he was
good,
like, okay, yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
Perfect.
so it was only him doing the
So it was sort of a one-man operation, really.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. Well, kudos to him. Great job. But I want to thank you so much for being here with us today, and
Thank you.
for letting us hear your great songs and talking about them. Great pleasure having you. Thank you everybody as well for the comments and for the
Thank you
watching.
for joining. Thank you very much, and thank you for all the sweet comments here. I really appreciate that, and yeah, I'm really happy.
Well, I'm happy you're happy. It was a great pleasure having you, and yeah, Crystal finds you in Germany. He's living out there, so I'm sure he'll be at a gig. Excuse me, my friend Chris. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the show. The very best of luck with all the future plans, the recordings, the gigs eventually when the dust settles. And hopefully we'll get you down here to the RWR room in Belgium, and we get a proper video of you in the room singing one of your great songs. That'd be fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely would. So I let you go. Thanks for everything. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for inviting me. Thanks.
Great to have you, Sophie. Take care of yourselves and the best of luck.
Take care. Bye.
There you are, folks. The beautiful Sophie Chassée. What a great talent. Osnabrück in Germany. Please check her out. All of her web link stuff is there. sophiemusic.de. She will live stream tomorrow 8 p.m. Sunday the 10th of May 8 p.m. European time, and check out her live stream there as well. It's going to be great. What a great guitarist, what a great songwriter, and a lovely person as well. And thank you all very much for tuning in. I'm going off to have a cup of tea in my Lucas mug. Lucas of Shannon Bridge, fair play to you. They gave me a mug. And listen, we'll see each other again very soon. Look after yourselves.